Overwatch is a competitive 6 vs 6 person team shooting match. Battle over objectives, take down the other team, and achieve victory. In Overwatch, heroes do battle in diverse locations around the world. Each map has a unique layout and specific win conditions that your team must meet in order to secure victory. Castillo. Castillo is an old fort looking out over Dorados Bay. It's the location of Calvaris, a bar frequented by questionable patrons, a graffitied Los Muertos hangout, and Sombra's hacking den. Eco Point, Antarctica. Maintained by Overwatch, the Eco Point served as a monitoring station for the study of Earth's changing climate. Disaster struck the station when it was hit by a polar storm, damaging the station's solar array. Cut off from the outside world, the scientists were left stranded in the damaged facility. Chateau Guillard. Chateau Guillard is located near Annecy in southeastern France. For hundreds of years, it was the estate of the influential Guillard family, until it gradually fell into disrepair after the family's power waned in the decades after the Revolution. Recently, the chateau has found a new owner, a Talon agent Widowmaker, who has returned to her family's ancestral home. Necropolis. Anna Emery has made Necropolis her personal hideout, an impromptu field base where she can keep an eye on things. Head to Anna's preferred vantage point at the top of the ruins and use the high grounds against the enemy team. Hanamura. Hanamura is a well-preserved village of unassuming shops and quiet streets, known mostly for its idyllic cherry blossom festival every spring. But to those who know its history, Hanamura is the ancestral home of the Shimada family clan, which had grown over the centuries to become a powerful criminal organization. Horizon Lunar Colony. Built as a first step towards humanity's renewed exploration of space, the Horizon Lunar Colony's goal was to examine the effects of prolonged extraterrestrial habitation on human and ape alike. The scientists' research proved incredibly promising, until suddenly all contact and communications with the base were lost. Temple of Anubis. Nestled among the ancient ruins of the Giza Plateau on the outskirts of Cairo, the Temple of Anubis is one of many new excavations in the area. While most believe that the site is of interest for archaeological reasons. Volskaya Industries. Russia was one of the countries hit hardest by the Omnic crisis. After recent attacks from the long-dormant Siberian Omnium, Russia has returned to war footing, guarding its sparkling cities with the massive human-piloted mechs developed and produced by Volskaya Industries. Numbani. Known as the City of Harmony, Numbani is one of the few places where Omnics and humans live as equals. This collaboration has led to the creation of one of the world's largest and greatest, most technological advanced cities in a short time since its establishment after the end of the Omnic crisis. Kings Row. Kings Row is an upscale, cosmopolitan neighborhood of London, but just beneath its peaceful surface, a claustrophobic city beneath the city, known by some as the underworld. Hollywood. Welcome to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, California, where palm trees and fancy cars line the streets, and movie stars, directors, and high-powered studio executives rub shoulders for a chat and a drink at Gallons. Eichenwald is located in the middle of the Black Forest. The town was the site of one of the most famous battles during the Omnic crisis. It was here that the leader of the Crusaders, Balderic von Alder, and a handful of his best soldiers, including his pupil, Reinhard Wilhelm, made a last stand against the advancing Ottoman army. Dorado. It is a Festival de la Luz in Dorado, an annual celebration of the end of the Omnic crisis and the period of darkness, both figurative and literal, that engulfed Mexico when the Omnics destroyed much of the country's power grid and infrastructure. Junkertown. Junkertown is an escort map located in the harsh and unforgiving Australian outback. the home to a band of lawless scavengers known as the Junkers, led by their cutthroat queen. When they aren't pillaging the Omnium's skeleton for anything of value, the Junkers blow off steam in the scrapyard, which is a massive gladiatorial arena whose combatants fight for glory, riches, and survive. Route 66. Though the travelers and road trippers who used to cross the U.S. on historic Route 66 are the Main Street of America still stands, a testament to a simpler time. The gas stations, roadside shops, and cafes have gone into disuse, and the fabled Deadlock Gorge is mostly seen from the comfort of the transcontinental train cars. Leos, situated atop a small island rising from the Aegean Sea, Leos is a postcard-perfect Mediterranean town with a bustling harborside, winding paths for rambling hillside strolls, and gorgeous vistas. It is the ideal vacation stop for people looking for a place to relax, or for those interested in exploring the ruins scattered at the top of the island, where many artifacts and relics of the ancient world. Lijiang Tower. Lijiang Tower was built in the heart of a modern Chinese metropolis. Its busy streets lined with stores, gardens, restaurants, and famous night markets, where food from all around the region are available at all hours. The tower itself is home to one of the leading companies in China's state-of-the-art space industry, Licheng Interstellar, an organization with a long pioneering history that is currently pushing the boundaries of space exploration. Nepal. Years ago, a group of Omnic robots experienced what they described as a spiritual awakening. They abandoned their programmed lives to establish a monastery high in the Himalayas, where like-minded Omnics could gather to meditate on the nature of their existence. Oasis. Oasis is one of the world's most advanced cities, a shining jewel rising from the Arabian desert, a monument to human ingenuity and invention. Researchers and academics around the region came together to found a city dedicated to scientific progress without restraints. The city and its inhabitants are governed by the ministries